Strategy number 1, bad mouthing. With all of these, really, it depends on how old your child is and at what age y'all separated. It usually starts off a little passive aggressive. In its most harmful form is super believable, especially if you don't have the opportunity to defend yourself. There's a way to do this, but defending yourself most of the time seems to backfire. The bad mouthing works extremely well when, let's say, you have limited contact or only every other weekend, standard schedule, or even less than that, because it gives the alienating parent time to work those lies, those stories that have been made up to be true in the child's head. The child usually, they're almost like in a state of trauma, so they're not thinking as they normally should. Their critical thinking is altered, is stunted, basically. And so they begin to believe whatever it is the alienating parent is trying to convince, whether that's dad spent all of your college money, or mom does drugs, or mom or dad doesn't love you, mom or dad doesn't, I could sit here forever and do that, but you get the idea. So the first tactic or the first strategy is bad mouthing. I think it's important to clarify that parents can absolutely display behavior that seems like alienation when it's actually not. I think we've all, anybody that's divorced or has gone through a breakup, we've experienced the anger and the frustration and the hurt that comes along with it. And then you add kids into the mix and, it just can get really ugly without the alienation. Just because a parent is saying unkind things about you, or maybe you're the one that's doing that, although it's not good behavior, it's not always considered parental alienation. I guess I needed to state that as a preface, just so that there's not people out there thinking that, because they're newly divorced and parental alienation is finally getting on the map with people, and hopefully more and more each day. The last thing that you want to do is start throwing accusations around if that's not really what's happening. A parent has to be continuously using these strategies, these tactics, with the intention to alienate your child from you or whoever is experiencing this. Limiting contact is accompanied by interfering with communication, symbolic communication. If they start to cut you or extended family out of your child's life, when the child becomes uncomfortable having a relationship with the other parent, this is obviously a big sign. It's got to be a well-oiled machine that is a nurtured icky train to Coltville that would qualify it as parental alienation. So, like I said, it happens. There's the cattiness or like the resentments build, but sometimes those behaviors are simply just that. They're behaviors. They're not necessarily tactics. I think it's just very important because nobody wants to be accused. Nobody deserves to be accused of something that they're not doing. The intention of the other parent is very important. And those that are displaying these behaviors and are not intending to separate their child from the other parent, then they really would benefit from doing the research and paying attention to all of these 17 characteristics, if you will, strategies, so that the behaviors can stop, right? So just paying attention. So